Hi, this is Chris with GospelProgressionUniversity.com, and I'm going to talk about the flat 5 chord. Now, what is a flat 5 chord? Before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about the the major chord, or triad, a major triad. So you have a 1, 3, and a 5. So if you're not familiar with that, that's pretty much what it is. 1, major third, perfect fifth. So if we extended that, we say, okay, we have a 1, major third, perfect fifth, and a major 7th. That's a C major 7th, and we took the 7th and flattened it to a minor 7th, we have a C dominant. So if we took now also the 5th, the perfect 5th, and made it a minor 5th, we have a C 7th with a flat 5 chord. Essentially, it's two tritones put together. C and the G flat, E and a B flat. So now, how would this help you? What does this have to do with chord substitutions and flat 5s? I'm glad you asked. This shares a common tone inverted, a common tone with another chord. So if we took the root becomes the flatted 5th of G flat. So let's take, before we even get there, let's take the flat 5 of C and bring it down, invert it here. Take the 7th, the flatted 7th, okay, and brought it down here. So the flatted 7th becomes the 3rd from left to right now. If we looked at the chord from left to right, like we did this, you have your flatted 5th becomes the 1, the flatted 7th for C becomes the 3rd of G flat. So in essence, it's the same chord tones. It's like basically saying the same thing or same idea, just with using different words, or words that are synonymous. You're not changing keys, it's just a substitution. Hence the term flat 5 chord substitution. All right, now the way this would work in, say, transitioning from one chord to another, from one progression to another, you'd say, okay, well, sounds great. It's awesome. Where do I put it? Normally, these chord tones, whenever we're looking at movements or progressions in jazz or even in gospel, you're moving in fourths. So C, let's go to F. F goes to B flat, E flat, to A flat, to D flat, to G flat, to B, to E, to A, D, G, and back to C. All right? So if we're moving now, instead of going from F sharp to B, we can resolve. These flat 5 chords tend to resolve nicely down a half step. So did this, C, C7 flat 5, go to a B major. Or you can say a G flat 7 flat 5 to a B major. But just inverting it gives it a little different color. Sounds different. And this is not the only chord substitution, because remember, when we're looking at dominant chords, our 3rd and our 7th, that's what gives the color of the chord. Major 3rd and a 7th. Same thing with G flat. The 3rd here becomes the dominant 7th, and the 7th becomes the major 3rd. Those are the prevailing tones of a dominant chord. This is what makes the chord dominant, or has a sound. So you have this here. This is C, G flat. We have the A flat chord substitution here we could also use. A flat dominant. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, or 7, 1, and 3. So we can also do this. If we were going from this to the C7 flat 5, going to B major, we can also do this. We can go from C7 flat 5. Remember I said the 5-1 or the 4-1. C7 flat 5 to a D flat major 7th. Again, we can also even use that with a 2-5-1. Oh, before I even go to the 2-5-1 for C, the reason why this works, like I explained in another video, your major scale tonalities, you can use everything in a major scale and kind of still sound right if everything is being played correctly in a major scale. Well, the same thing works for any other scale. These flat 5s are borrowed from, or they come from, the whole tone scale. So you can see F sharp or G flat whole tone, A flat whole tone, B whole tone, C, D. Basically, the way this works, you find a key and you just go whole steps, and just keep repeating it ad infinitum, going forever. That's why that works so well. You can do this, and it goes in a D flat also, because, I'm sorry, this here to go in a D flat, because all of these chord tones come from the whole tone scale. But I don't want to so much focus on the whole tone scale. I just want you to understand where it's coming from. But I need you to realize and see that the flat 5 substitution goes right into, it resolves a half step down. So from C here, play C in the bass, or you can resolve a half step up even in major key tonality. Okay, so now let's take a 2-5-1 progression in the key of C, trusty key, no sharps, no flats, but it's in the key of C minor or E flat major. So we'll take something like this. So we're familiar with this. We've heard this on a lot of gospel albums. D7, D minor 7 flat 5, G 7 flat 5 to C minor. But you can, instead of doing that, remember you have the 2 tritones of the flat 5 substitution, so you can do this. This here, flat 5. Now remember, it resolves on a half step, so just go D, D flat, C. So. Or even now, if you don't want to do that, you can say you can substitute the chord progression. Instead of going to C, you can do this D minor 7 flat 5. Because remember, we have this tritone here, and this tritone belongs to E flat because it's from the E flat dominant 7, okay, which normally resolves to A flat. So we can do this. Sounds very nice. Sounds very pleasing, because that's normally what you would do. So anytime you're thinking of 2-5-1s or moving in fourths, think of the flat 5 substitution. From here, or flat 5 again. Just wanted to show you that as an example. All right. So again, just to recap, flat 5 chord is 2 diminished chords together. So you have your flat 5, 3, 1 flat 5, 3, and flat 7. So when you take the flat 5 substitution, you're flatting the actual fifth itself and inverting the chord. So this is how I think about it, because whenever I look at where I'm going, I say, okay, what am I changing about this? Where am I trying to go? What am I trying to say? And music is all about tension and release. It's always about something you're trying to say, whether it's something that's full of tension or calming or excitement or whatever you want it to be. All right, I hope that's helped. Just check me out on Twitter, GP Chords and Theory. You can check me out at facebook.com/Gospel Progressions University. Thank you so much. Leave any comments below, critiques, suggestions. Please like the video, share, and have a blessed day.